Hi everyone. I would just like to tell you a little bit about myself and why I wanted to be club captain, or why I've nominated to be club captain. I come from a golfing family. My parents were golfers up in country New South Wales, and I used to hack around with them once or twice a year, and then decided to get serious about 10 years ago and got a handicap, and I've been playing ever since. Love the game of golf. I'm addicted. I watch golf on TV all the time. It's just one of those things, it is addictive. I've been a member at the Sandhurst Club for 7 years. I was a member previous to that at Lakeside, which is part of the Albert Park Golf Course. I was on the committee there. I've sort of always played an active role in the clubs I've been working with. So in the 7 years I've been at Sandhurst, I'm now currently a board member and have been for the last 3 years. I'm on the golf committee, and I play an active role in other committees of Sandhurst. Loving every minute of my time here at Sandhurst. It's been a great experience, and I've been actively involved in a number of committees, including the match committee, the golf committee, and I've been a board member at Sandhurst here for the last 3 years and would continue to be engaged in the governance at whatever level, regardless of the result of my nomination for club captain. What I love about being a member at Sandhurst is just driving in, even to the car park. It's a pleasure to drive in, the changing seasons with the trees in the car park. Everyone's got it when they're unpacking their golf gear. You know, people are really friendly. When we chose Sandhurst to be members of, Wes and I drove in here on a Sunday, had a game, and came into the clubhouse afterwards, and was so impressed with the livelihood and the conviviality of the people in the members bar. It had real life, and we thought it was a great place to be. We really enjoyed the experience and joined straight away from that, and have loved it ever since. I think the people are definitely the big plus at Sandhurst, apart from all the amenities we have here with 2 golf courses, which are great. You know, our hospitality and all those things. I think the people are what makes Sandhurst. And I've talked to a number of members in the last few months, new members who've joined, and that's pretty much the common theme. Members love the people here. They're really made feel welcome, and they've loved their experience so far at Sandhurst. So I would absolutely agree with that. My current playing handicap is 20, which I'm not particularly happy about. I have been much lower than that, but a few injuries and my lack of practice through the winter months is probably a result. That's the result of not practicing enough during winter, and it's been a horrible winter, as we know. Speaking of injuries, my most interesting golf moment was at the British Open in 2019, just prior to COVID. It was in Ireland, in Northern Ireland, and we went along, and it was our dream golf holiday. We were going to be playing 10 of Ireland's best golf courses and 4 days at the British Open. I got there the first day, watching the golf on the 6th hole. I'd bought a little stool off Amazon that, you know, folded down quite small so I could stand on it and see above the crowd. And within 5 minutes of standing on the stool, it busted and broke into 1,000 pieces. And I ended up on the ground with what was suspected to be a broken arm. So I got shipped off in a golf buggy, a golf cart I should say, all the way to the medical centre and then off to the hospital. And I was in plaster in Northern Ireland within hours. And that ruined the rest of the golf holiday, as we'd only played 1 course before then. But I just walked around the rest of the courses in Ireland and loved it. But that's probably my most interesting golf moment, you know, being in the middle of the crowd and have that happen. Apart from last weekend, when I put my buggy into the pond between the 4th and the 5th hole on the Champs, I suppose that's interesting as well. I'd like to talk about why I want to be captain, why I've nominated to be captain of Sandhurst. I think I'd like to influence the culture more, the member culture at Sandhurst. I'd like to, take a more active role in lifting the excellence for members, golf members at Sandhurst. really getting involved in communication and being able to offer more transparency and communication with members from a golf committee perspective. And I think if I was elected as club captain, the golf committee for me has some opportunity to just lift their involvement to another level, and I think some of that would be around having portfolios in amongst the golf committee, such as having someone on the golf committee take the role of pennant manager across all the pennant teams. Now, each of the pennant teams, of course, has their own captain and their own manager, but you know, someone would be helpful to coordinate all of that on behalf of the golfers. And I think that would be a great portfolio role for someone on the golf committee. I think someone on the golf committee would be able to take on a role of golf events, member golf events, such as, you know, club championships and some of the other events we run, like the Australia Day event, just working with management closely to make sure that, you know, all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, and representing the members, what they'd like to have in those events. So I think that's another role. I think the golf committee could also be more transparent in its decision making and maybe some more agile. We've come a long way with the golf committee, I think, and it would be great if members not only knew, if every member knew who was on the golf committee, they knew who to go to when they had an issue that they wanted to raise, but also that the golf committee can be more agile in their responses to those issues. So whether we start getting an online forum for people to raise, you know, directly with the golf committee, we have email addresses and things, but sometimes we only meet every 6 weeks on the golf committee, and I think we could probably be more responsive by having some sort of electronic way of communicating with our members. I'd like to think that we can get more involved in the quality and standards of the golf course. I know we regularly bring out emails requesting members to take care of the course, but I think we can also take a larger role in ensuring that happens. I think that's probably the major things of the golf committee. We're moving into a new era with the golf committee, having made some changes to match and course and greens subcommittees. I think we're moving into a new era of the golf committee where it's probably more refined and focused. And I'm, you know, I will still be a member of the golf committee as a representative of the board, regardless of what happens with club captain. But this club captain does lead the golf committee and therefore has more influence. Anyway, I really enjoyed the chat today. Looking forward to whatever the result is. I think the candidates that are nominated will all make great candidates for captain, and look forward to you taking an active role in voting. Thanks very much.